I'm gonna break down this powerful video that you want to watch.
We're gonna have a big breakthrough about business today. You ready? One question, very simple question. Can you tell me businesses you went to that you said, I will never go back to this place ever again? Was it because of price? Was it because of product? Was it because of speed? Or was it because of service? Some tells me you said service. Yes? Yes. You know why? According to Gartner and Walker, a study that came out, they said by 2025, which is today, 89% of businesses are expected to compete mainly on customer experience rather than product or price. We're going to talk about how you can improve your customer experience in your company today.
This is powerful because I actually had a small little experience that made me want to make this video on the value of customer service, and the feeling that you give your customers is everything.
Last week, a client of ours at David Consultant flies in his private jet, lands at the campus, comes upstairs, they're introducing to me, just basic shaking hands, talking to them. Afterwards, they leave. I'm leaving at night while I'm driving past our cigar lounge, the boardroom. I see them doing a video. They're gonna go have a cigar with a couple of our reps over there. I pull up while they're shooting the video. I'm like, how you doing? How are things? Oh my God, we're about to go here. No way, yes. Mike Tyson just left. You gotta be kidding me. No, he was just, seriously, yes. So can I tell? I said, man, when you guys go in there, Michela's gonna treat you royally. They said, you know, that's exactly what we were talking about. What's that? I cannot believe how many of your employees across any of the companies, how well they treat us. It's amazing. I said, perfect. When he said that, I started thinking about it. And when I think about myself, as I said this to them, I said, let me tell you why. Me, as a customer, I am so demanding. I want great service, but guess what? I can't go to McDonald's and say, this Big Mac better be great. No, because it costs a few dollars. But I can go to a 3 Michelin star place that's taking $1,000 from me for 3 people. I can say, I expect good service or else I'm never coming back to this place. I want to be treated better as a customer. So because it's important to me, I want to give it to my customers in every way. Sometimes we were bad with our product and insurance, but
this is very valuable, especially for people who have high ticket services. Just like us, we try to make that customer experience everything, and I drill it into my team. We have group chats with our customers, letting them know what's happening, giving that customer service because it's everything. Listen in.
Insurance, but we nailed it with customer service for our reps and our clients. We may have not had the best technology, not had the best speed at the time because our technology was broken. One night, we're launching this new service. We spent $10 million into the software. We launch it to tell you, if I sit there with me, Tom, Mario, Jen, Maral, Tikran, and I say, give me the top 10 worst days of us building the insurance company. Top 10 worst days. Every one of them is gonna tell you the launch of our software in their top 5. Some will put it number 1. It was so chaotic that we couldn't find clients, paperwork, documents. So I said, here's what we're doing. We're all gonna set up 10 Zooms. We all sat behind a computer. And I said, if you're having issues with finding this, you're on this Zoom. If you're having issues doing this here, we sat till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm answering Zooms with people because people saw us saying, man, product didn't work. Speed was broken. We couldn't get no pricing, but oh my God, these guys offered us incredible service. We sent edible arrangement to all our offices. We sent anything and everything to make him good, and people forgave us. Why?
Look at that, 2, 3 in the morning, CEO, big company, they're up there. How can we make the customer service experience better? I talked about that. I talked about our hours in obsession, even at the highest level, 2, 3 in the morning there, working out how we can make a better experience for our customers.
Why? Because we heard them out. So when it comes down to business, sometimes at the beginning stages of your business, you're not gonna be able to compete with product. You're not gonna be able to compete with speed. You may not even be able to compete with price, but if you're able to compete in the way you treat people, they'll be patient until you improve everything else. Let me tell you why this is so.
And that's how you get more customers, and that's how your retention goes up. The retention goes up, and those people will refer you because of the experience, the feeling that you give them to show that you care.
This is so important. Do you know a study came out last year by Forbes that said subpar customer service cost companies globally $3.7 trillion. You know what that means? $3.7 trillion was at stake. I mean, people lost it that went elsewhere because they were not happy. So if you're watching this and, oh my God, this makes sense. And you may say, but I don't run a business. I'm just a realtor. I'm just an insurance guy. I'm just this. It doesn't, customer experience and customer service has nothing to do with just running a company. It's a mindset. This has to do with everything that you do in your life. Stay with me. Let me tell you the next part. Now, if you're watching saying, Pat, I want to learn, I want to get better. There's three ways people look at this. There's some that are interested. You know what? I'm interested. Tell me more. There are some that are going to watch this and are going to say, I'm fully committed. I want to improve this. But the few that are obsessed, those are the people that are actually going to make some changes in this. So let me talk to the obsessed few.
Are you obsessed? Are you obsessed with improving your business, with improving that customer experience? I want to give you a small little example. Have you ever seen in Uber or when you order a pizza? What happens when you order the pizza, when you order the Uber? It shows you where the Uber is. It shows you where the pizza is. We wanted to replicate that same effect when it comes to our customer service. When we're editing an episode for our CEO clients, when we're in the production services, we are always updating. We never wait for the client to come to us and say, oh, hey, what's happening? What's the ETA? No, we're on top of that. We're always letting them know, hey, it's on the way. Yep, even if our production may be slower, even if we're going through difficult times in producing the episode or that product that we're giving the client, we are updating them because we are obsessed with delivering the best service. We are obsessed with providing them information. And when you just do that to your customers, it changes the game.
If you're obsessed, there's a few things that matter. One, with customer service, customer experience, if you're obsessed with it, you have to be willing to talk to happy and unhappy customers. At the beginning stages of my insurance company, when I started it, we had a handful of people that were they hated us so much that they were writing stuff all over the place. I'm like, all I want, and I talked to one of my guys, I'm like, when have you called them? I haven't called them. Why didn't you call them? When's the last time you complained about this? 3 weeks ago. You've waited 3 weeks to call this guy? Yeah, but he's bad. It doesn't give me the vibe that he wants to talk to people. I'm gonna call him. I pick up the phone, I call him. I say, hey, Johnny, yes, I'll never forget this. I have my crew sitting next to me. This is Patrick Bet-David. I'm the CEO of PHP. Oh, you, ba, 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 ba. I said, okay, can I ask you a basic question? Yes. What did I do to upset you so much? What did you do? Let me tell you what you did. All you rich capitalists, all you want to do. I'm like, rich capitalist? I said, okay, tell me where you're going with this rich capitalist. What's your issue? You know, I read this and that. Finally, 45 minutes later, he told me he had gone to school. He hated capitalists. He had a big falling out with his dad. His dad was a capitalist. He had an issue with all the stuff that was happening with him. I said, so it's not the product. No, it's not this. So you simply are not happy with what we stand, our mission? Yes. Saving America by bringing back the free enterprise system and hope to American families? Yes. So you just don't like the fact that I say capitalism? Yes. I said, but not us? No, you're good. I said, well, buddy, you got to give us a break with this. He said, no, listen, I never thought you would call me. Just the fact that you call me. I still don't like the company. I still don't like that. I said, but you know what? I like the fact that you call me. I said, no problem. You know what happened? He removed all his reviews. 6, 7, 8 years later, sends me an email saying, I'm now a capitalist, and I'll never forget the way you treated me. I would have never thought that was one of our complaints. I called another one. Tell me what happened. So the rep didn't tell me the full story. I talked to the customer. I found out the story from them. I called the rep. It was actually the rep's fault. I talked to them. I said, what are we doing? I said, let's get on a Zoom together. We did. The customer, we apologized. This is our mistake. How can we make it better? The client looked at it and says, you know what? Just the fact that I'm not coming back, but just the fact that you did this, it tells me I'm going to share this with other people. Great. I got involved. So number one, you can't be interested about this. You can't just be committed to this. You have to be obsessed with this. And if you're obsessed with this, it starts with you. Not your customer service representative, not your C-suite executives, not with your, middle management. It starts with the CEO, the founder. It must matter to you. And you need to go out there and make yourself available to talk to these people. Let me tell you the second part. Do you know?
I love that. It all starts from the top. It all starts from the CEO, you. Spending time with your customers. It has to start from the top and it trickles all the way down. That's something that I'm very strict on with my team we have to stay on top of things. We can't be reactionary. We have to be on top. We have to take the initiative with all of our customers. That experience, that once they pay that money, that high ticket service, we have to give them everything. Even if it's a lower price that they're paying, even someone taking money out of their pocket to give to you, you have to give them everything. You have to give them a valuable service.
When they talk about customer service, what they like the most, watch this. This is from US Chamber of Commerce. Ready? 83% of customers feel more loyal to brands that respond and resolve complaints swiftly. What does this mean? Fast, keyword, accessibility. If I want customer service, do you ever get on these websites where you call, you're waiting for like 22 minutes or 7 minutes, you're like, oh my God, I'm sick and tired of this. Or even worse, you go on the website and they have this chat that you ask the questions on chat, right? Oh my God, you know what? Yeah, so and then I said, is this actually a person? Yes, it is. Can I talk to somebody? What is your issue? Can I talk to somebody? What is yours? Can I talk to somebody? What is yours? The rule of three, you press 0, they don't let you. They don't want you to talk to anybody, right? I don't like it. Maybe you don't like it. If we're seeing service, you have to find a way to be more accessible. We launch.
I love that because we have the motto in our company that we're open 365 days, all the time, 7 days a week. We're always available, always responding. We have to be there for our customers. Accessibility is so valuable, and that starts from the top.
We launch our app Connect. When we launch our app Connect, we're sitting there and we're noticing there's a lot of issues. How do you do this? How do you do that? How do you do that? Circles, all this other stuff. I said, guys, here's what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna launch a circle on Connect called Connect Support, which is anybody and everybody that gets to ask any questions. Guess who is a support representative, customer service for Connect on Connect Support? Anybody and everybody. The CEO, the CTO, the executives, customer service, coders, we all answer all the questions that come up here all the time, okay? And guess what happened now? This is our biggest circle that we have, all because people are asking questions and we address all their concerns here. You know what their comment section is? I can't believe how fast you guys got back to me. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, I respond. I can't believe how
It's 1 o'clock in the morning and we're responding. I'll give you a little example. I texted my client this morning at 5:30 in the morning to let them an update on what's happening with their episode. 5:30 in the morning. I actually spoke to one of our clients and I said, hey, like, I'm sorry, sometimes I might text you at 4 in the morning or I may, send you a message at 5 a.m. You know what she said to me? She said, Sujira, I love that. I love that you do that. It shows that you care. It shows that you're on top of it. It shows that you're dedicated in providing us the best service. That's what she said. You're giving me ideas at 5 in the morning. No one does that. He just said that there, 1 a.m., they're responding to customers. It's incredibly valuable.
I cannot believe what's going on over here. And they're more patient as we're making the technology better, as we're making the speed better. People value accessibility. A lot of people don't want that today. Customers value it.
And speed.
Last but not least, I can give you 20, 30 points on this, but I'm going to give you the last one. You can't commit to this for only 1 month or 1 year or 2 years. This is long term. You got to say, this is part of my life. I believe at 28 years old, I made a decision. What is the biggest goal in life I have? Is it to be wealthy? Is it to have nice cars? Is it to be famous? Is it to be rich? What is your ultimate goal? For me, it was very simple. To be a leader amongst leaders, period. That's what it was. It wasn't a 1-year commitment, not a 1-month commitment, not a 3-year commitment. It's a lifelong commitment. I want to be an example that other leaders want to say, you know what? That guy's an example I want to follow. Customer service obsession. If you're going to do it, it's hard. Don't say I'm going to do it and just do it for 1 month. If you do it for the rest of your life, whether it's your customers, whether it's your employees, whether it's your executives, whether it's your partners, whether it's the area you're in every possible way, give such a... Tomorrow we have an event here. We have about 500 people that are going to come here that want to see the campus, okay? You know what we're doing to give them a better experience? These are people that buy vault tickets that just kind of want to see our operation. When they come here, there's going to be jets sitting out there. There's going to be registration when they come in. There's going to be, hors d'oeuvres when they walk into the hangar and they're walking around. We have exotic cars here, SP3 Ferrari. We have LaFerraris here. We have all these exotics. They're going to be walking on with an incredible level of experience. So when they leave afterwards, they're going to go to the Boardroom Cigar Lounge. Then they're going to get service there. Everything you do, if you choose to take this route, it doesn't mean you have to kiss people's ass. It doesn't mean you have to walk on eggshells. It doesn't mean you have to, be good to 100% of all your customers, including the people that are being jerks. It means sometimes you may have to fire your customers.
That's a great example. We had that experience where I had to fire one of our customers. We had to be in a position to say, you know what? as much as we're dedicated, as much as we're here to serve you, as much as we're passionate about what we do, but this is the way we run. We've been helping you. It takes a long game. It's patience. We've been providing you the service, but hey, if this is not good enough for you, we have to let you go. So it's not, again, kissing ass to everyone. No, you can be strict, but it's still about what are the things that we agreed upon? What are our promises? What are our values? And are we delivering on that? And can we provide them the best services possible?
But it's a commitment that I'm going to do my part to give you such amazing service that if you don't appreciate it, you're leaving because you don't value that, but I'm going to do my part. But it's a lifelong commitment that you got to make.
Exactly. I'm going to do my part. If you don't value that, then you may leave, but we're going to do our part. And I love the way he said that.
As the operator and the leader.
And I want people to think, you know, when it comes into business, as you're growing, I want to be in a position where the business is not reliant on me, right? But when you have this dedication for your customers, that relates onto your team. You hire a COO, you hire an operator with that same ethos. You can still be accessible, but as you start to grow and you're on expansion and the business is not relying on you, the business is still growing, but that ethos still stays there. And you're still at some capability accessible to your customers, especially the ones at the higher packages and who are paying a higher price, but still in every level of the service, from the bottom customer in terms of what they're paying all the way up until the top, your employees have that ethos to serve and to give the best service as much as possible. So even when you exit, or even when you're not even in the business, everything is getting dealt the best services possible. Your customers are happy, people are getting updated, and this is incredibly valuable for marketing agency owners, business owners, CEOs out there. Customer service is everything, no matter who you are. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a quick video on really what separates other people from apart. My name is Rubasha. I'm the CEO of ETS Rubasha Media. For those of you guys don't know, we run a marketing agency in the creative space on providing content, podcast production, you know, understanding attention as creators and providing that service, podcast. Everything that we do is giving the best customer service to the CEOs that we work with and the other entrepreneurs who want to build their personal brands and who want to create a legacy. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.
If you really enjoyed this video, make sure to click here, and I'm sure you're going to love that one.